The air inside the Grand Hotel conference hall was thick with tension. Every executive in the room sat frozen, their eyes glued to the man in the sharp black suit storming toward the exit. Mr. Kenji Watanabe, a Japanese billionaire and one of the most powerful investors in the world, was furious. His face was stern, his jaw tight. He had traveled halfway across the globe for this meeting, only to feel insulted and dismissed by the very partners who had begged for his attention. His deep voice, sharp like a blade, barked something in Japanese to his assistants, and with a single motion, he grabbed his coat and turned for the door. Everyone in the room knew, when Kenji Watanabe left angry, opportunities vanished forever. But just as his hand touched the gleaming brass handle of the door, a small, trembling voice cut through the silence. "Wait. Please, wait." The voice didn't belong to any executive, translator, or assistant. It belonged to an 8-year-old boy. Every head turned. Standing at the edge of the room was a child with messy brown hair, clutching the rough, oil-stained hand of his father, a single dad who worked as a mechanic, called in earlier to fix a malfunctioning generator that had threatened to cut the power to the meeting. They weren't supposed to be in the conference at all. Before his father could pull him back, the boy stepped forward. His small chest rose with courage, and in a clear, respectful tone, he spoke words no one expected. The billionaire froze. His hand slipped from the door handle. Slowly, he turned, his piercing eyes narrowing at the boy. No one in the room dared breathe. Then, in perfect Japanese, the boy continued. "My dad always tells me, when something breaks, you don't throw it away. You fix it. Maybe this deal feels broken right now, but it doesn't mean it's over. It can still be fixed." A stunned silence followed. Executives blinked, jaws slack. Even Mr. Watanabe's assistants looked shaken. The billionaire stepped closer, his polished shoes echoing across the marble floor. He towered over the boy, his expression unreadable. Finally, he asked softly, in Japanese. "Who taught you to speak my language?" The boy looked nervous but answered honestly. "Nobody. I just wanted to learn. My dad works hard, and he tells me people are the same everywhere, no matter where they come from. I wanted to learn Japanese so that if I ever met someone like you, I could show respect in your own words." The boy's father squeezed his shoulder, his voice trembling. "I'm so sorry. He studies online every night after homework. I didn't know he'd say anything. Please forgive him." But Mr. Watanabe didn't look angry. In fact, for the first time that day, his hardened expression softened as he crouched down to meet the boy's gaze, his eyes glistening with something no one had seen in years, emotion. "You remind me," he said slowly, "of my own son, the way he spoke when he was your age. He believed, like you, that nothing is truly broken if the heart is willing to mend it." The billionaire straightened, turned to the stunned executives, and with a commanding voice said, "Perhaps I was too quick to walk away. Let us sit again." This time, with honesty. The meeting resumed, not out of obligation, but out of respect. Deals that once seemed impossible found common ground. Numbers softened into understanding. And at the center of it all, the image of a boy's courage lingered in every mind. When it was over, Mr. Watanabe walked back to the single dad and pressed his personal business card into the man's hand. "If ever your son wishes to study in Japan," he said quietly, "my foundation will cover everything. Education, travel, living, all of it. A child with a heart this wise should never be limited by circumstance." The father's eyes filled with tears. He whispered, I don't know how to thank you." The boy bowed politely, his little voice carrying the gratitude of them both. Mr. Watanabe smiled, a real, unguarded smile. And then, with a nod, he left. But this time, not in anger. He left carrying hope, reminded that sometimes the greatest wisdom doesn't come from boardrooms or billionaires, but from the pure heart of a child. This story isn't about wealth or power. It's about kindness, courage, and the reminder that compassion has the strength to bridge worlds. One child's words, spoken from love, turned anger into understanding, and a broken moment into something beautiful.